I am pushing speaking up for yourself, advocating for yourself. So I told you guys that I go to a clinic, thank God. Now, I used to get bothered by the switch up. Every time I went in, I may talk to my favorite doctor, I may not. But now, in these times, I'm grateful that depending on the day that I go in, there's usually two doctors there. Um, so between four or five doctors, I see different doctors. Um, so I told you in one of my last videos that about 6 months ago, I felt really, really drained, or maybe it was a year ago, and I've been getting iron infusions ever since a student let me know that that was approved, because they just kept trying to put me on some pills. And if you know about iron pills, the ones that they give you cause a lot of side effects, horrible for you, and they taste nasty. I, I mean, it takes me a while to swallow. Like, I'm not a pill popper. I'm not, never been. Anyways, long story short, because I'm not going to make this video too long. Yesterday, I went in for my first infusion after the last doctor told me that my numbers were okay, even though they were showing red. I was like, "You sure?" She's like, "Yeah, yeah, it's, just 1 point below. That's not enough to send you to get iron." And I'm thinking, well, I don't know why doctors act like they're paying for it. It's not coming out of their check. Then I go to the clinic and I act like I didn't. I always act like I don't tell the other doctors what I'm telling them, just to see what they tell me. Because usually it's different stuff, different versions, different recommendations. So this doctor, now when I saw her, I saw the look that she had. She was kind of like, oh God, let me get this over with, because she felt guilty a while back. She was supposed to recommend me to have extra services, and I saw her before I ended up in the hospice, and she could have prevented that. So I could tell she felt guilty, but I'm over it. Like, I'm better now. I got where I needed to be. Hello, hello. Um, so I was like, okay, maybe I can use the guilt against her, like, not against her, but just for my benefit. And I told her what I asked the other doctor. I said, hey, um, I'm feeling drained again. Like, my numbers, is my iron okay? And now that I didn't know. I didn't know. I never know what the numbers are for the different things. Hi, Joe. Hi, Jordan. Hola. Um, but I remember it was red. So this doctor goes in and she's like, oh my God, your iron is super low. Like, it's way below what it's supposed to be. I was like, okay, so that means I qualify for iron infusions. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So she was just giving me everything I was asking for. Oh, you want this? Oh, you want me to send this? Oh, you want this again? Oh no, you want to take this off? Oh, okay. You want to check your this, check your that, check your this. So I was like, okay, finally, one of them out of the four, five of them, one of them will listen. If I go often enough and different days, I'll catch one that actually cares that day. So then I go in, which I'm already like dreading because the weather was horrible. Like it was nice. I walk outside, then I go, I'm downtown on the Access bus or whatever, and it just starts blowing and windy and just it sounds like hail hitting the window. I said, where did this come from? I'm wearing a light sweater with like pants. I'm dressed for springtime because it's been nice lately. It's been really sunny off and on and not that cold. And the day I have to go somewhere, it decides to become winter. Like people were downtown with like down jackets with hoods, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is a scene from New York. Like, what the heck is going on with the weather?" So I'm already dreading having to go. Not only because when you go to the hospital, I swear COVID messed up everything. Now they use that as an excuse for everything. Oh, we got to keep these doors locked because we got to cut down on traffic. The COVID. Uh, uh. I swear, it's just getting on my nerves. I'm like, either scientists either take us out or shut up about it. Like, I'm so over it. But either way, you're not here for all that. So I'm going to the infusion place. I get there. The lady, I could tell she's not from here. I'm like, where are you from? The nurse. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm from Florida. I was like, oh. So we start talking about Florida. Then I see, I'm like, where's the baggie? Because she's sitting down next to me, like, we're getting ready to start. Usually they have to wait for the people to prep the bag, and then they bring it upstairs from the wherever they get it from, the lab or whatever. This time she has two little bottles and a big old needle and like a butterfly thing that they put, like to inject it in. So I'm like, where's the baggie? What's that? Oh, the, yeah, have you been here before? I'm like, yeah, I've been here before. So I explained what I'm used to, and she's like, oh no, today we're just gonna um inject it. Like basically, they didn't want to dilute it because in the bag it's a half an hour bag. So they put the two little bottles in the bag with the IV, um, and so it kind of hydrates you and also gives you iron. There's other people getting other stuff, people getting vitamin D, vitamin C, whatever they need. So I'm like, so why is it different this time? She's like, oh, it just cuts down on bags. We waste so much bags. And I'm looking around now in my head, automatically, she's black. So I'm like, it can't be a racist situation. But looking around, everybody's hooked on. They got bags hanging. They're all lounging. The lady next to me is asleep. Who knows how long she was there for? And everybody else is white. I'm the only person of color getting the treatment on that side of the unit. So I'm like, whatever, it's fine. I'm thinking, well, maybe because it's concentrated, it'll help me more. Man, let me tell you something. So first they hook up the IV, then or the butterfly thing, and they do the little IV thing. They push the saline water in, which already makes you cold. If you are like if you're iron deficient person, anemic, you know that it automatically makes you cold. Like when you don't have enough iron in your blood, you're cold all the time. But now because of the perimenopause, so I'm hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold. So it's like, oh my God. So that's why I have to ask my kids, is it cold in here or is it just me? Is it hot in here or is it just me? Most of the time, it's just you, mom. It's just you, mom. So the whole waste in the bag thing stays in my head and it kind of bothered me a little bit. Like, what the fuck? You wasting bags on all these other white people? Like, I want to waste a bag too. I want to sit back for half an hour, enjoy my little cheese and crackers and my coffee and my orange juice, watch my little cheating show on the TV. Where's the TV? She's like, oh, it's back there. I said, okay, I thought you guys downgraded that too. Like the COVID, after COVID, it's just down, down, down. You pay more for less everywhere you go. So I'm like, dang, they downgraded my iron infusion. They downgraded the little space that I get. It's a whole, anyway, she's like, no, no, the TV's there. But I didn't even have time to even look back there before she was trying to like, let me clean your arm. Where do you want it? I said, that big old needle that you're gonna put in, I'm not gonna have that nowhere else but where you poke. Like, I wasn't gonna have that. Like, they wanted it up here or over here. I said, that's gonna leave a hole for a whole week. Hell no. This area is used to getting poked. But the needle part, like, they have different colors. And I think I said this in one of my other videos. I think the purple one is like the baby one. I'm used to that one. I think the pink one is a little bit bigger. The blue one is the biggest. This one was white. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even know they had a white one. So that's a big old hole. I said, what are they? How fast are you trying to pump that in me? She's like, oh no, I'm gonna sit there. She set a timer, but I was talking her ear off. So she was like, okay, let me reset. And I could tell when I looked down, I could tell she forgot to push it. So she gave it to me slower than what they were intended to because I had her all intrigued in my stories. And, but still, because it was the first time that was concentrated and they were trying to like do it quicker. Usually you sit there for half an hour, you enjoy your little crackers and cheese and drinks, whatever you want to drink. And then they give you half an hour after that to kind of, you know, catch your catch yourself so you don't fall over, you don't get dizzy. Well, I don't know if it was because it was a straight shot. I started shaking like I was shaking in the chair, trying to finish up my story. I didn't even realize it until she said it. She's like, oh my God, let me get you another blanket. You're like trembling, you're like shaking. Then I noticed, I would look down, I was like, oh my God, I am shaking. I'm cold. And so, anyways, the lady was super nice. But when I got home, I was like, wait a minute. Why the fuck did they not want to waste a bag on me? But everybody else had a little bag. Everybody else, people were there before I came, and after I left, they were still there, relaxing and maxing. Meanwhile, they were trying to like, okay, you're done, bye. I was like, hold up. Let me look at my paperwork. I'm gonna call these assholes. I was planning on going live and telling them, hey, I'm gonna record you guys from now on because you guys be telling me one thing. I want my audience to let me know if this is normal because they be trying to act like because you have state insurance or whatever, or because you're of color, like they can just treat you any old way. And I know that because I've talked to other people with different insurance, and that might go to the same place. So, or even if they have the same insurance, but they just happen to be white or whatever. So it's like, it's a whole bunch of bull. So I didn't know what was what, but thank God that I didn't do all that. I saw the number, the direct number to the clinic, and I called, and I was like, I was calm because I was so hyped this morning. I wanted to go off. But I was like, let me calm down because it might not be their fault. The nurse that was giving me the iron, she was very sweet, very nice. And plus, she was black. So I'm like, she can't. Well, I mean, they do their job. So sometimes they don't have a choice. They know that people get treated different and it's not up to them. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to call these people and yell. They weren't there yesterday and it might not be their fault. And so I explained to the nurse everything that happened. Like, I literally was shaking for hours after I came home, like off and on. My arm, the I got it on the right arm. I shouldn't have gotten it on the right arm because it's like limp. It feels like somebody took a bat and beat me on that side. Like, my whole arm is sore. The part where they poked me, I felt like I had to hold it up. Like, I felt like my tripas or my veins were gonna fall out. Like, it was a weird feeling. It was a weird feeling. On top of that, I would get chills for no reason. And usually they give me like Tylenol or ibuprofen either before or after. I didn't remember. She said that it's usually before. This time they didn't give me nothing. The blankets were, usually they bring like four blankets because I'm the one, I get really cold when, especially when they do the flush, which is the first one they do. It's just to get your body, your blood kind of flowing out of the area that they have the needle in. And then I think they do one afterwards. This time I didn't get no, I got one syringe of like saline and that's it. I didn't get no IV like I usually do. And because my ride was coming, I did have to rush because I had to go from one building to the other. Anyway, so, but as soon as I got in the cab, I was like stiff. And I was a little scared because I was like, dang, usually, like the next day, I'll feel a little chill here and there. But then, like 2 or 3 days later, I feel energized. Da, da, da. I never had a limp arm. Like, it's so hard. Like, I couldn't even eat. When I got home, I had my son prepare me a sandwich. So when I came in, I thought I was going to be so hungry. I could not even, I was scared to eat because I was like, I don't know if I could lift my right hand to eat. And I don't want to eat with my left hand. Like, I want to make a mess. And then I was so hot and cold, well, chills. I had chills. So I was like, let me just get on the blanket, see if I could just relax, take some Advil, and see if it goes away. I ended up falling asleep until like 10 o'clock. Luckily, my boys are older, and obviously, if my kids were small, I wouldn't have done that. I would have just, man up. I would have had to man up and take care, and took care of my kids. But anyway, so I'm glad that I called and I was calm about it. And the nurse, I felt so stupid because I thought I was gonna have to go in. She was like, I said, next time, because my arm feels so sore. I had chills and everything. Next time, can we just do the bag again? And next time, I'm gonna look like a big old baby. So I'm gonna bring my fleece blanket and wrap myself like a burrito and lean back, pull the little TV out and relax. I I don't want to talk because I think talking to the lady, even though I enjoyed it, I love to talk. You guys know that. But talking takes energy, like, especially when you're doing all that. Like, you're supposed to just relax, let your body do what it's supposed to do. Um, so it was all wrong. Everything I did yesterday was wrong. And she was like, the nurse said, oh, okay, yeah, I'll just reach out to the doctor. And then I'm like, so it was the doctor that recommended this crap? I'm like, that bitch. She didn't read nothing. She didn't read the fact that I always get the bag. I was like, okay, here I was thinking that she felt guilty for sending me home when she should have, I could have done 3 days in a hospital with the new meds 6 years ago, and I would have avoided being in the hospice, almost dying. So I know she has that guilt, and I let her have it because it's like I already told her I forgave her. I already told her I'm over it. I found another way to get the help that I needed. But she wants to feel guilty every time she looks at me. I could tell. I could see it in her eyes. She looked like a sad puppy dog in the face with her tail tucked in. So I'm like, you want to feel guilty? Go ahead. There's nothing I can do. But then I'm thinking, meanwhile, I'm thinking she's giving me everything I'm asking for, and I got her wrapped around my finger. This bitch trying to shortcut me. I, s- you know, it's just, it, it just bothers me because I always think about the people that don't speak up for themselves. The people that just, yes, doctor, yes. Oh, you want me to do this? You want me to take 12 pills? Okay, doctor. Oh, yes, doctor. Or the 80-year-olds that can speak for themselves, 90-year-olds that don't have somebody, a daughter, a granddaughter, grandson, son advocating for them. The system will step on you and charge your insurance just the same, and smile like they didn't do nothing, like they don't know nothing. That's the fucked up part. That's the real messed up part. If I wasn't such a bee, I'm sure some of them think I'm a bee about it, but I have to be about. I have to. Like, the only doctor I think, the doctor Goldman, Mary Jo for sure. She was my first doctor, the best doctor. I'm so glad I came in when she was around. But Mary Jo, Dr. Marilyn, and Dr. Goldman. But after that, I don't trust none of these assholes. Like, at any time, they could just tell me what the book says. Or Dr. Mina, she was all right, but I don't know. She's disappearing. She's going to do training. They always go through trainings, and it's like, okay, so you became a doctor just to go to trainings and go to Africa, and which, it sounds selfish. It sounds childish of me to complain, but it's like the ones, like, once you start trusting one of them, they always want to go somewhere else. So it's like, what the hell? You get left with the ones that just want to clock in and clock out and charge your insurance $500 just to look at you. Like they just be staring. It's like, say something. Damn it. What? Oh my God. It's so frustrating. But yeah, I'm so glad, this is one of the times that I'm glad that I told myself, let me just see if I calmly explain myself, can I get the same results? And it was easy. Like the lady, I thought she was, because I was prepared to wear her out. Like I was going to keep her on the phone until she, let me check with my supervisor. Because I wasn't going to take this again. And I have 5 other ones that I have to do the next one is next week. But after that, it's every 2 weeks. And I'm not going to be on ice having chills, having my arm feel dead for 2 days just because they want to save time and save bags. Meanwhile, everybody else got a freaking bag. It's just frustrating because it's like, why do you have to fight so hard to get what you deserve? If the insurance pays for it, if that was the procedures I was used to. Now, if I got this the first time, maybe my body would have handled it better. Maybe if I stayed for half an hour more and just relaxed a little bit, maybe if the blankets, the sheets were thicker, I don't know. Maybe all that would have helped. But the fact that boom, okay, bye. Like, no. Because I'm sure they're going to charge the insurance. If it's $1,000 for this procedure, they're not going to charge $800 just because I was there an hour less or half an hour less. Or they gave me less blankets. They're still going to charge what they charge. So, point being is, don't feel guilty for speaking up for yourself. Don't feel guilty for getting what you are supposed to get. Whether it's at the doctor's, at the dentist, like it's getting harder and harder to be treated like a person, because everybody got used to working from home and nobody wants to be at the office anymore. Nobody wants to go to work, which I understand. I've been retired since I had my little one, so I understand. I mean, I've been working, but not working. So I get it. But at the same time, you choose your job. Like, nobody's making you be a doctor that specializes with HIV and AIDS. Nobody's making you be a nurse or security guard at the hospital. Like everybody, if you went somewhere, no matter where you went, school, doctor's office, dentist, if you went before COVID and you go now, I'm sure you can see the difference on how you were treated before and how you're treated now. Everybody's annoyed. Everybody's like, it's like, well, motherfucker, you choose your job. Like, you don't like it, leave. And I know it's not that simple. And not everybody can leave because then we wouldn't have nothing. But the fact is, the sad part is that you're expected to take what you get and don't throw a fit. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Well, if the case was that the insurance didn't cover it or that it costs more for the doctor or she got paid less to refer me. You see, right now it feels like it's leaking water. I can't tell if that was sweat or what. I don't know. Has me all nervous. I know I'll be okay. And I'm grateful for, because I know there's places that I wouldn't even get this type of care. You know, I know when I was in Florida, it was hard to find out any information about anything. So I am grateful. I'm not getting on here to complain all the time. I know some people might see it that way, like, oh, there she go again. No, my goal is to motivate and to activate you to speak up for yourself and speak up for the ones around you that feel scared to have a to speak up for themselves or advocate for themselves. There's so many people that feel like, oh, I don't want to ruffle feathers, or well, that's just the way it is. No, a lot of the things they're trying to make you think that that's the way it's supposed to go. And when you start questioning, you find out like, damn, I could have been getting all this, or this. You start talking to other people. You realize sometimes how wrong doctors can treat you, and you don't know. You don't know because you're not at everybody's doctor's appointment. But I am proud of myself because I calmly got what I wanted, which was the same stuff I was getting before with the relaxed treatment. I'm a turtle. I don't like the go, 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 go stuff. Never did. Even when I lived in New York, I hated rush, 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 rush. Rush for what? Why are we rushing? If we left 2 hours before we had to be somewhere, why are we rushing? I never got that. I never got that. Oh, so annoying. But either way, I'll be okay. I know I will. I have to. This weekend is my event. I think I'm gonna, once this arm start catching feelings again, I'm gonna start on my painting in a couple of days. So by the time Saturday comes, I'm halfway done with mine and I can focus on serving the food and giving my little spiel. Now, if it's just me and Martha, me and my friend that's putting it together, then we'll just relax. But I'll try to show a little bit of what's going on if it's just me and her. If more people show up, then I'll try to go live. I gotta figure out how to do it on the other channel. By the way, it's JMTC. I'll try to if I can link it, I'll try to screenshot it and put in the community tab so you guys can go and subscribe. Oh, and by the way, thank you so much. I gotta see my 2 last subscribers because last time I checked, I was at 302. No, I was at 300. So I definitely, once I do my event, my son's birthday's on the 22nd. I want to either that next Saturday, I think it's the 29th. Let me check it out. Oh, it's the 26th. So why don't we make it the first? What's the first? The first is Thursday. So May 1st. I want some suggestions, you know. I was thinking a pool party, but my pool is not open. And I know that when I go work out where I signed up for, they're not going to let me record in there. So, I don't know. I want to do something special for it. I know people post their number. I don't want to spend money on balloons. Maybe I'll just draw it out. Put it on my headboard. 300. Yay! Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Like confetti, confetti, confetti. Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, please learn how to, if you're not strong enough, you know, nothing is going to happen as long as you don't cause chaos to the point that the police have to be called. You know, everybody needs to either have a friend to speak up for them or become the friend that speaks up for their friend, you know. Anyways, have a good one. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you're listening to this during the day, good night. If you're listening to this in the nighttime, I am gonna eat some early lunch, brunch, I guess. Try to make some eggs or something. I don't know. But I guess for the next few, I'm going to be down for the count until this arm gets feeling in it. It just doesn't want to cooperate right now. But yeah, I'm going to tell her next time, why would you do that? You saw the type of treatment I was getting before. Why would you recommend straight shots? Like, so she must have not seen it. I don't know. Maybe I won't say anything at all. Because if it gets fixed, why bring it up, right? Anyways, have a good one. Please like, share if you care, and comment. Alrighty. Bye. Peace, 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 peace.